Well, it appears Blade is finally gaining some more steam once again, and they have found their main villain. Let's talk a couple minutes about who is being cast in that role and which character or characters they might be playing. This could be huge for the horror aspect of the MCU. Well, we've gotten some pretty interesting news on the upcoming Blade project. As many of you know, Mahershala Ali is signed on to play the Daywalker, with Jan Dimanche set to direct and his screenplay currently being updated by Emmy-nominated screenwriter Michael Starberry. One of the key aspects to any superhero movie is the villain, and this new report from Deadline, and according to a new report from Deadline, we now know who that is. Now, what they are reporting is that Marvel Studios' Blade has picked up English actress Mia Goth to take on the villainous lead. Now, in that same report, it didn't reveal who exactly she was going to play, but we're going to dive into that in just a second because I think there's multiple things we should be looking at here. Now, she's best known for her roles in the X slasher films, which are named X and Pearl, and were pretty big commercial and critical successes. She's also been in a lot of other stuff, including A Cure for Wellness, High Life, Emma, and Infinity Pool. Now, as for who she's going to play in this, many people believe she is set up to be a very well-known vampire and Dracula's daughter, Lilith. Now, in the comics, Lilith, also known as Lilith Drake, has been around since 1974 when she made her first appearance in giant-sized chillers featuring The Curse of Dracula #1 and was created by the legendary Marv Wolfman and Gene Colan. Now, she's not only a daughter of Dracula, but she's also a very, very powerful vampire, significantly more powerful than most others of her kind. And uniquely, like the Daywalker, Lilith is immune to sunlight, which I do think would be something that would play into this movie greatly if she turns out to be the villain. Additionally, a lot of other traditional vampire stuff does not affect her, like the need to stay in native soil, or religious talismans, and even garlic, although she can be killed with a stake through the heart, so the traditional methods do work. Now, a lot of people love the idea that her playing Lilith ties directly to some classic vampire stories in Marvel Comics. And obviously, if you read comics, you know Dracula is a big part of the Marvel world and could ultimately be where this is leading. Truthfully, he would make a great lead villain for the whole horror end of the Marvel Universe, and that's one we should keep pretty high on our list. But one of the other things we should keep on our list is, well, Lilith, and not this version of Lilith. Now, way back in 1992 in Ghost Rider Volume 3, number 28, Howard Mackie and Andy Kubert introduced a character also called Lilith, but this was not the daughter of Dracula. In reality, this character is much eviler and dives much deeper into some of the Marvel demonic aspects of their universe, and for a horror franchise would be near perfect. She's actually an Anunnaki god, but also a former fallen angel, a wind demon, a storm demon, and even a sorcerer, making her an immensely powerful character to align against the spookier heroes of the Marvel Universe. Now, interestingly enough, she was the main villain in the original Midnight Suns comic, which many people believe that's the direction Marvel is going in order to build an Avengers-like team-up with a lot of these characters like Blade. We already have Werewolf by Night, Blade is coming in this movie, we have Moon Knight, as well as Elsa Bloodstone, and Man-Thing. So you can see where Marvel is lining up all their pieces for this big potential team-up, and they might need something bigger than Dracula, and honestly, Lilith would be that. Now, whether Marvel combines the two characters into one, that is also a possibility, but I do think the future paths to Midnight Suns should be kind of recognized, and the villain Lilith plays a key part in that story, and I don't think it's showing up in Blade by accident. If this is the real direction the horror MCU is headed, well, we're gonna have to wait and see.